Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Well, this is UTI Dawa and so Ebeka Bekaturu Bakasembala Dom is the slogan. We are still on this Christian Prince. Just tag him in this video. Yeah, we are still on him. I saw his video talking about Rabbul Mashirikain wa Rabbul Maghribain. And this is my answer for it. Make sure you share the video and follow us on Facebook, TikTok, and also on YouTube, inshallah. And also Ebeka is the slogan.
Hello everyone, peace of the Lord with everybody. You know, I saw a video about a Muslim is trying to prove that the Quran is saying that the earth is rounded. And the proof is simple, is this verse. This is Surah 55 verse 17.
The Muslims are not saying that the earth is just round. The Muslims are saying it is an egg-like shape. And it is not made up by the Muslims. On the contrary, it is the Quran that says so. In Quran chapter number 79 verse number 30, which says, Wal arda ba'da dhalika daheha. Wal arda ba'da dhalika daheha. And the Muslims are not making reference in Surah Al-Rahman, Rabbul Mashriqaini wa Rabbul Maghribain. That is not the only place where the Muslims are gathering their evidences from, or that is not the only place where the Muslims are quoting from. You understand? It is just some portion of it. So let's take this one after the other and then elaborate what the Quran is saying, inshallah. Then it says, أَخْرَجَ مِنْهَا مَاءَهَا وَمَرْعَاهَا. And from it he produced its water and its pasture. Now let's look at the word daheha, daheha, and its meaning. First of all, Christian Prince had to lie to his audience by quoting from Surah Al-Rahman, ayat number 17, where it says Rabbul Mashriqain wa Rabbul Maghribain. Meanwhile, that is not the only verse the Quran ever stressed on. You understand? So we shall be looking at the other verses to elaborate much more. Like I've been saying, Christian Prince has to be honest to his audience, and he must be honest to himself. And he should know that after that there is judgment. Every man shall die once, and after that there is judgment, and he is going to face it, inshallah. The word daheha means to push or to throw. You understand? And so in order to say to make something roll, you as in daha, the barrel from the top of the hill. In other words, roll the barrel from the top of the hill. You understand? And then the word daha comes from the root word dahraja. Dahraja, which means to make something roll down. You understand? So these are petty things that one has to understand. So when Muslims say that Allah Azza wa Jalla made the earth in an egg-like shape, a spherical, something like a ball, but in the form of sphere, like egg-like shape, we mean this verse, wal arda ba'da dhalika daheha. I wouldn't want to waste much of your time, but I will want you to understand that the Quran talks, when the Quran talks about the earth, the Quran is saying the earth is spherical in shape, the egg-like shape. And it's saying the earth is rotating around itself. It's also saying the earth is moving in a space, in a curvy orbit. And it's also saying it's in a constant motion. It's also saying it is suspended in
He is the Lord of the two east and the two west. And they said that according to science, there is two east and two west. By the way, there is no two east, there is no two west, because simply there is no east and no west in any way.
Christian Prince saying there is no east, there is no west, talk less of having two east and two west. You understand? This is what he's saying. Since he's a Christian, let's go to the Bible first and then come back. Whether there is east or there is west, we shall find out before we come back. I'm going to give you at least 28 verses talking about east and west from the Bible. I wonder which books is Christian Prince reading at all. Sometimes out of hate, this ignoramus always come out trying to ridicule the Quran out of hate, not because of knowledge. And they find people following them blindly. And as for you Christian Prince boys that have been commenting on my videos, let me tell you one thing. You don't know me yet. I can be the worst nightmare to any Christian and to anybody, to any apologetic at all. And my Ghanaians know me. They know how far I can go. We did not start today. 1. According to Psalm 103 verse number 12, it says, as far as the east is from the west, so far as he has removed our transgression from us. According to Psalm 103 verse number 12, there is east and west. According to Psalm 75 verse number 6, it says, for not from the east, nor from the west, nor from the desert comes exaltation. Hello, do we have east and west? Do we have it? Let's continue. Genesis 12 verse number 8, it says, then he proceeded from there to mountain on the east of Bethel, and pitched his tent with a Bethel on the west and Ai on the east, and there he built an altar to the Lord and called upon the name of the Lord. There is east and west throughout your entire Bible. We are not the ones making this. Job chapter number 18 verse number 20, it says, those in the west are appalled at his fate, and those in the east are seized with horror. Pause. In Zechariah chapter number 8 verse number 7, it says, thus says the Lord of hosts, behold, I am going to save my people from the land of the east and from the land of the west. These are the kind of people teaching you and trying to call people names and saying this book is wrong and that is wrong and this is mockery and so forth and so on. A guy who does not even understand his own Bible properly. A guy who has not even cross-checked the east and west verses in his own books, coming out to discredit the Quran based on his 1 kilobyte knowledge. Don't push us to the limit, and because when we begin to descend on the Bible, you guys will begin to cry. Let's go to the New Testament. According to Matthew chapter number 24 verse number 27, Christ himself says, for just as the lightnings come from the east and flashes even to the west, so will the coming of the Son of Man be. Do you have east and west, or you don't? Will you call Christ a liar? Or you are the tabula rasa, you are the empty-headed, who do not even understand the scriptures? I am being hard and physical on this name compoops because this guy has been using such words on our noble prophet, so therefore he does not earn any respect from me. We have just started, and we shall see him. We shall see his end. We are going to bring him down unless we don't see any of his videos. When we come across any of your videos, boss, we will bring you down. And again, if you are willing and ready to take me on a face-to-face debate, I'm not going to debate you while you are off a camera or off a screen. No. We shall fix a platform. You will show your face, I will show mine, and we will have this debate done. We will come to common terms and agreement by choosing a topic, then we deliberate on it, and you will see fire. In the book of Matthew chapter number 8, verse number 11, Christ says, I say to you that many will come from east and west and recline at the table with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. And you are saying there is no east and west? Now let's look at Rabbul Mashriqain wa Rabbul Maghribain. This guy is just tabula rasa. Let me educate my followers to know why and how Rabbul Mashriqain or Rabbul Maghribain was used. A lot of 2 east and a lot of 2 west. According to Quran chapter number 55 verse number 17, Surah Al-Rahman, inshallah. When the Quran says Allah is the Lord of both the extremes of east and west, science of geography tells us that the sun rises from east, but the point of sunrise keeps shifting throughout the year. In fact, only 2 days of the year, known as equinox, does the sun rise exactly from due east. On the remaining days, it rises either from a little north nor a little south of due east. During summer solstice, the sun rises from one extreme of the east during the winter solstice, and then it sets in the extreme summer west. It sets in the extreme summer west solstice. Now, let's take this phenomenon one after the other. While trying to understand this phenomenon, one can easily see that in cities like Bombay or any other city, whereby people living in those certain areas or certain places where we have tall skyscraper buildings, from where the sun rises or setting of the sun can be seen. You understand? And during the winter solstice, it rises from the other different point of the east, and it's set on a different point of the west as well. So when the Quran refers to as the Lord of the two east and Lord of the two west, the Quran is actually right, unless you don't want to learn and you don't want to study. Who cares about your opinion anyway? Nobody cares about your opinion. We are only telling you the fact. Nobody's here to convince you. You can choose to live in your lies, in your jokes. Who cares? But we are presenting the fact to you, and we know that some of you are deaf, dumb, and blind. When you see, you will not even recognize it. And so we are only enlightening those with a good heart who are willing to accept the truth and see the truth and follow the truth. People who are hunting for truth, not people with primitive minds. We are not here for you. The Muslim scholars, sometimes when these Christian friends and others begin to talk about the Muslim scholars, they begin to talk about the recent scholars. No, these things has been dealt with anciently by the ancient Muslim scholars, probably 200 years ago, 300 years ago, 400 years ago, 500 years ago. Salaf al-Awwal and stuff like that have already spoken about it and have given us the shape of the earth already. You understand? Before I end this talk, I'll make sure I'll bring you the shape of the earth according to the Bible. Now, Maulana Ibn Taymiyyah, in his work, volume 5, page number 150, he made it clearly that the earth is spherical. He said the earth is spherical in his work. In fact, the early Muslim scholars held this opinion that some were saying the earth was around like a ball, like spherical shape. They had these opinions already. And it wasn't today. When you read Ibn Taymiyyah's books, volume 6, page number 566 to 567, you see these things there. Not something new that Muslims do not even know. In fact, Muslims like Abul Hassan Ibn al-Manadi and Abu Muhammad Ibn Hazm, Abul Faraj Ibn al-Jawzi, and others quoted that the Muslim scholars are in agreement that the celestial bodies are round. And they also come to common terms that Ibn Abbas says falaka. Falaka means spinning of wheel, and they are in motion. You understand? So Ibn Taymiyyah in his work then says, in volume 6, page number 566 to 567, says the earth is round. He said the word falaka in Arabic means that which is round, from which is the statement of the Arabs, the young girl's tafallaka, the young girl's breast is round. The word tafallaka, which is round, you understand. But Ibn Taymiyyah then goes further to say that it is round but spherical in volume 5, page 150. So these things are not new to the Muslims, and we really thank Allah Azza wa Jalla for making us Muslims. When you read Job chapter number 26, verse number 11, it says, the pillars of heaven tremble and are astonished at his reproof. Please, for crying out loud, who sees this sky? You and I are seeing this sky, and it does not have any pillars. For this reason, the Quran says, Halaka samawati bigairi amadin tarawnaha. He created the heavens without pillars that you can see. But according to Job chapter number 26, verse number 11, it says the heaven has pillars. Then these pillars even trembles. Go and do this correction first before you come and talk about the Quran. Let's look at the shape of the earth according to the Bible. First of all, in Revelation 7 verse 1 says the earth is four corners. It says, and after these things I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind shall not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor any tree. This gives us a scenario that the earth is flat. Since it is flat, that is why we get four corners. And second point, it says in Jeremiah chapter number 38, verse number 13, which says that it might take hold of the ends of the earth, that the wicked might be shaken out of it. King James Version is where I'm reading from. In Jeremiah 16, verse number 19, it says, O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge. In the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity and things wherein there is no profit. In Daniel chapter number 4, verse number 11, it says the tree grew and was strong, and the height thereof reached unto heaven, and the sight thereof to the ends of all the earth. And in Matthew 4 verse 8, again the devil taking him up into an exceedingly high mountain and showeth him all the kingdoms of the heavens and the glory of them. Astronomically, according to astronomy, astronomical bodies are spherical, and you cannot see the entire exterior surface from any place. The kingdoms of Egypt, China, Greece, Crete, sections of Asia Minor, Indonesia, Major in Mexico, Carthage, that's North Africa, Rome, Italy, Korea, and other settlements from the kingdoms of the world were widely distributed. There is no way one can say that he sees the entire ends of the earth. You understand? And they should come out and explain these things unto us. Of it all is that in Psalm 104 verse number 5, it says he set the earth on foundations, it can never be moved. Really? It can never be moved. Really? Like seriously? This one I'm reading from NIV version. These things are very, very pathetic, you know, because there is no need for any explanation of these verses from the Bible, because we all know that the earth, the Bible is making it clear that the earth is flat, it has four corners, and things like that has been going on. You understand? They've been saying these things over and over. But the Quran says in Quran chapter number 21, verse number 33 that وَهُوَ الَّذِي خَلَقَ اللَّيْلَ وَالنَّهَارَ وَالشَّمْسَ وَالْقَمَرَ كُلٌّ فِي فَلْكٍ يَسْبَحُونَ. It is he who created the night and the day and the sun and the moon, each floating in an orbit. But the Bible is saying they are stuck to one place and they don't move. The Bible is saying they are stuck to one place and they don't move. That is according to Psalm 104 verse number 5 though. So I would like to end my talk over here. But if you see this video, you can share it to the world. Tell them we say if they stop, you will stop. Ladies and gentlemen, Zana Company Limited, in fact, who a good year, who a copper, who a silver, who a gold, our person will say, when electroplating, when baby uncle, I just Zana Company Limited, who a good year, person will understand your pay, when a silver chain, when a golden chain, when a golden ring. Then a person when you know Zana basis you know any amount. In fact, one organizes sports, open cup, and open medals with a two mukomu. Zana Company Limited, bet to me I any kind of jewelry at all. Zana Company and a young Juma. Zana ewa himfa. Here Zana ewa nungwa behind Fidelity Bank. Raviko ewo and a Zana ewo. Number 7 friends Zana 0240 481 568 568 0240 481 568 and then 0248 42 44 93 0248 42 44 93. We are Henny, we are Penny, we are Goody, we are Catesia, we are Bugger, we are Golden Chain, or a wrist banner, or then a one, a gold, copper, silver, a jewel in Quadia. Quayo Pesa Yen CSA, no for more Biarano, able to me, I Ediamo. It's a contact Zana Company Limited, now Omamwao, inshallah. And you ain't never also. Nabi Muhammad, Sayyidun, Nabi Muhammad, Adin, Nabi Muhammad, Muhudin, Nabi Muhammad, Muqaddamu, Nabi Muhammad, Azizun, Nabi Muhammad, Fadilun, Nabi Muhammad, Mufaddilun, Nabi Muhammad, Muhammad, Nabi Muhammad, Muhammad, Nabi Rasulallah, Nabi